What's up, guys? I have three different types of bone marrow here today. One is from a distributor. I believe it's grass-fed, grain-finished, not 100% sure, but it's good quality. Second is from the supermarket. I've gotten grass-fed and grain-fed from the supermarket for some reason. And the third is definitely grass-fed. So we're going to try out each of these and kind of go over the flavor profile. So these are all raw. I just slightly warmed them up in the oven to get them to room temperature. And I'm going to put a little bit of salt on them for my lack of sense of smell. So this is the first one. I'm going to try the second bone of the first one. The flavor is really good. Definitely grass-fed. Not sure if it's grain or grass-finished. Now I'm going to take out the ones from the supermarket. Alright, so here are the 4 marrows I got from the supermarket. They are slightly different color, and it's definitely not because of the temperature. So I tried the first of the supermarket marrow bones, and I had to spit it out because it had a funky taste. It's just, you know, the texture, the color, and just all of that seems there, and then when you taste it, it just doesn't taste right. There's this underlying, there's like a flavor in the supermarket marrow that's not in the other marrow, and it's not a good one. And the last piece of marrow had this like almost livery taste to it. Really weird, like a bittery, that's what the flavor is. There's like this bitter, minerally taste in the grain-fed marrow. It's disgusting. It's like, I don't even want to eat it. I have marrow that I'm assuming is 100% grass-fed because it was from a local grass-fed farm. This marrow bone has a ton of marrow. It's like nice and deep in here, as you guys can see. Alright, so one really interesting thing is that every single one of these bones tasted slightly different, and it's probably because they came from different animals. But the first pair of marrow I tasted, probably grass-fed, grain-finished, very nice, pleasant taste. The second one, the grain-fed, was horrible, very unpleasant taste. The third one, which was definitely grass-fed, was similar to the first one. It had a nice, mild, pleasant taste, except there was like an underlying gamey flavor. So, you know, just by looking at it, the size of the bone, the marrow, you can't really tell. Occasionally you can tell by the color if it's grain-fed, but that's usually just because it's kept poorly, not necessarily because it was grain-fed. So the first set of bones I got from my distributor, Baldor, I'll probably stick with those because they're reasonably priced and they're good. Second one from the supermarket was like $2.19 a pound, not even edible. The third was from White Elk Pastures, which is an order I placed with recently. It's good, but I think they're really expensive, so I think I can get them for even cheaper in Whole Foods, to be honest. Whole Foods sells center cut marrow bones for $5 a pound, which isn't too bad, especially considering you're getting good quality. And this is how much marrow I got from 1.5 of those big bones. So the third ones were definitely the highest quality and probably the highest amount of vitamins, but they weren't too different from the first ones, especially in regards to taste.